Hey guys, here's the Nazgul. Today, I will show you how I take off and land with my F-16. Maybe help some of you who are starting and having difficulties, or others who want to improve their skills. I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Let's first turn on the takeoff and landing lights. Select Cat 1. Turning off the master caution warning. By opening the rearming and refueling window, we can find out the weight of our F-16. We are at around 37,500 pounds. With this table, we can know what speed we must reach to be able to take off. 183 knots in this case. As we are going to take off using the afterburner, we can start rotating at 15 knots before reaching the ideal speed. You don't need to memorize these table values. Keep the 180 and 200 in mind. That's good. You will see that the F-16 accelerates very quickly. When we realize that we are at 160, he will already be at 180 and then at 200 and increasing. Things happen fast with 16. On the right, we have the nose wheel steering indicator light. Turned on, when we move the rudder, the nose wheel also moves. When turned off, only the rudder moves. Having made these explanations, let's test the control surfaces. A quick final check. Let's speed up. When speed values start to appear, we can turn off the nose wheel steering. We will steer with just the rudder. It reduces the chance of us getting out of control. At 160 knots, we prepared to begin the rotation. We place the cross close to 10 degrees. When the velocity vector starts to rise, we have already retracted the landing gear. I try to keep it around 5 degrees, sometimes less. Now, let's go to the landing. I usually land using the PILOF procedure. It is used when we have a squadron of fighters coming to land. Allows the units to have the same separation between them. However, even alone, pilots often perform this procedure. It consists of arriving aligned and level over the runway. Here I'm going to do it at 2,000 feet, but I believe the standard is 1,500 feet. If anyone knows better, post it in the comments. I usually do between 400 and 500 knots. Keep this value, 310 degrees. At the end of the brake, we have to be at 130 degrees. Braking pulling 2 or 3 Gs. At the end of the 180 degrees turn, I open the air brakes. Try keep the same altitude. Reaching 250 knots, gear down. Realizing that I am at 200 knots, I accelerate again so that the speed stops decreasing. I usually wait for the runway to cross the tip of my pylon to start the base turn. Now, I try to keep the velocity vector between 5 and 10 degrees, the speed between 180 and 190. The curvy does not need to be very abrupt. However, we don't want to go beyond the center line of the runway. If I notice that I'm low, I raise the nose a little and reduce the angle of descent. Now I start to reduce the speed, but not much below 160. Press the cage and cage button to clear the HUD a little. Do you see this line? It indicates where the start of the runway should be. We have to try to get it there. I also start to pull the stick and look for the ideal angle of attack. We have to place the velocity vector inside this space. Passing the start of the runway, I remove all the engine and continue pulling the stick. I place the velocity vector slightly below the horizon to make a smooth landing. Here we cannot exceed 15 degrees. Plus, we hit the ground with our tail. Now I keep it at around 12 degrees until the nose starts to go down, around 100 knots. With the nose down, I open the air brake again, because for landing, when we open the landing gear, the air brake automatically closes a little so that it doesn't hit the ground during landing. I tap the brakes a few times to help slow down. Sometimes I also turn off the HUD to get a better view. When I feel it is under control, I turn on the nose wheel steering again. Now I can close the air brake. That's it, folks. We have reached the end of this video. Thank you to everyone who is helping the channel grow. Very appreciated. Don't forget to give your comment, your like, and subscribe. Until the next video, take care. See ya.